So it's been about a week since I picked up my Switch 2 from the midnight launch.
There's nobody at the line.
It is just empty, there's no line.
And I have a lot of thoughts about it. Let's just get right into it. But actually, before we do that, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. There's a lot of you that are watching and are not subscribed. What are you doing? Subscribe. Anyway, let's get back into it. So here's the thing. I love my Switch 2. I've been playing it all week. I've been playing Mario Kart World. I love it. It's a very fun game. Probably one of my favorite Mario Karts. I've been playing Smash Ultimate. Looks the same, but it loads faster. I've been playing Breath of the Wild a little bit. I already beat it twice, so there's not really much to do. I played Tears of the Kingdom a little bit. I already beat it, so I just wanted to see how it looks on the 4K TV. Amazing. Oh my god. Nintendo cooked. But here's the problem. Besides those 4 games, what am I supposed to play? I played Cyberpunk on my Steam Deck OLED. I played Hogwarts Legacy on my Steam Deck OLED. And chances are a lot of gamers probably did this too, because a lot of the games that launched with the Switch 2 have been on other platforms for many years. And honestly, I think the best person to get a Switch 2 would be someone that only plays on a Switch 1. If you have a gaming PC, a PlayStation 5, or an Xbox Series X or S, you've probably played most of these games, and if you pick up a Switch 2, you're probably just going to be playing Mario Kart World, or maybe some of your backlog, but at that point you're just playing Switch 1 games. And the only difference between playing a Switch 2 game and a Switch 1 game that's not enhanced is either the load times, which is good, and the frame rate and dynamic resolution will be at its best, which is actually a notable upgrade if you're being honest, because some of the games that came out during the later years on the Switch 1 did not run well. Specifically, the Batman games, those ran like poop. So if you want to play your Switch 1 games at the best possible quality that they can be played at, you should probably pick up a Switch 2. Here's how I'm treating my Switch 2. I'm only going to play the game that have been enhanced or Switch 2 native games, with the exception of one, which is Smash Brothers, because I mean, that game is amazing and it's just fantastic. But here's the thing, should you invest $500? Because let's be honest, you're only buying the $450 bundle because the bundle with Mario Kart sold out. And justifying $80 on Mario Kart, well, that's a separate video. We're only talking about the Switch 2. Nintendo really did cook with most of the upgrades that they made for the Switch 2. I think the magnetic Joy-Cons is fantastic. I think the kickstand is a very good improvement over the OLED and the original Switch 1. The screen is pretty good. It's 1080p, 120 Hz, 7.9 inch, but it's an LCD. And you know, it has some chunky bezels, and you can definitely see them making like a Switch 2 OLED where it has a full 8-inch display. It has, you know, a brighter OLED screen, better battery, which by the way is another detriment to the system. The battery life is not that good. If you're playing Mario Kart, you're probably only going to play for like 2 hours. Now the ergonomics of the system, it is better than the Switch 1 because it's a bigger system. So, you know, you have more to hold. But after a while, you start to feel a little bit. You know, the edges, they're a little sharp. Not too sharp, but, you know, they're not rounded. So this starts to bury into your palm and you start to feel it. Should you get a grip? Probably. I'm not buying any accessories just yet because I feel like this first wave of accessories probably aren't the best. And I could probably hold off a little bit before they roll out the better accessories. I am eyeing the Satisfy grip. Another thing that I wanted to mention about the Switch 2 itself, if you do buy one, get yourself a screen protector, because out of the box, it does have a layer on it. It is a glass display, but the layer on top of the glass display is plastic and it is prone to scratches. So if I were to recommend just one accessory for you to get, it would be a glass screen protector, because the last thing you want is to damage the main unit, which is the hardest thing to replace. Because yeah, you're probably going to replace the Joy-Cons, but you can still play the system if you have, you know, the first gen Pro controller, or if you have an 8-bit through controller, which you got to update, by the way. It works now. But yeah, look, it's a cool system. I wish the screen was OLED. Here's some footage of Street Fighter 6 next to the Steam Deck OLED. And as you can see, the Steam Deck OLED does look better. You know, no matter how good of an LCD display you have, it just can't beat out an OLED display. Overall, I think the system is a bit expensive. I wish there were more games, but I'm excited for what's to come, because part of being an early adopter is seeing the system grow, seeing what improvements they make over it through software updates, and seeing what games will come. Yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about the Switch 2. It's a neat little system. Whether or not it will be my third-party console, I'm not too sure. I still enjoy my Steam Deck OLED, and it is kind of showing its age. So whether or not it will replace my Steam Deck, that is to be seen. But, you know, these two systems are fantastic, and Nintendo finally has a little bit of competition. Not too much. Why are you not turning on? I need you to turn on for the thumbnail. And look, these two systems are fantastic. And I'm glad I have both, because, you know, there are some games I enjoy playing on my Steam Deck, which is ergonomically better. And there are some games I enjoy playing on my Switch, which is better to take around because it's smaller, it's lighter. Is it lighter? Yeah, you really gotta think about whether or not you should pick it up, because really you're just gonna be playing updated Switch 1 games, and you'll be playing Mario Kart Wonder. If you haven't played Cyberpunk, fantastic game. Buy it on the cart, because the whole game's on the cart. Real quick, wanted to ask you guys, if you're picking up the Switch, besides Mario Kart, because I feel like that's just the default game everybody's getting, what games are you picking up? And what accessories are you picking up? I refuse to buy any accessories, because I do want the Pro Controller, but I want a cool Pro Controller. I don't just want the standard colored Pro Controller. I want a nice limited edition Pro Controller. It'll probably be like $95 to $100, but that's the Pro Controller that I want. What games are you looking forward to seeing on the Switch 2? Leave a comment below. And yeah, I'm out of here, because I don't like to make long videos. That's the video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, I like to make short videos about tech. And if you enjoyed it, give me a sub, give me a like. I'm just a guy that likes tech, and I like making videos.